Yes! Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting installment of previews and predictions because I didn't realize how much you guys missed this show. I just thought I could pivot to Twitch and do live previews and predictions so that we could interact in real time instead of me posting a video and then reading your comments like 3 or 4 hours later. And it's actually really fun, so you should follow me on Twitch, and my handle is Jimmy Conrad. I made it simple. Also, shameless plug alert, follow me on Twitch. Also, my Twitch channel, I'm doing everything. It's like a variety show. We talk about the beautiful game, I play FIFA, we watch games together. There's a subscriber hotline. Yes, once you subscribe, you can call. I'm giving you a number. You can call anytime the subscriber hotline is open, and then I can hear your beautiful voice instead of just reading it in the chat. Yeah, it's gonna be some next level-ish. Anyway, let's start by talking about the biggest game from this weekend, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Or maybe it's not the biggest game of the weekend since Arsenal have only won 2 out of their 7 games against the top 6 this season. Though, for being honest, Arsenal lost 2 of those games against the top 6 at the very beginning of the season when their new manager Unai Emery was very, very new and still trying to teach his players his new tactics. However, it doesn't feel like, and I want to emphasize feel like, Arsenal are going to kick on and do anything of consequence this season. Now, I could be wrong, but they just got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Tottenham, and then they got bounced by Manchester United in the FA Cup. So, can they really win the most important games when it matters? I'm not so sure. And as for City, I'm still in awe that they lost to my Newcastle after being up 1-0 and having 76% of the possession and having more shots on goal. Not that that's a big surprise when you're taking on Newcastle, and they lost. What? What kind of parallel universe are we living in? And now City have fallen 5 points behind top of the table leaders Liverpool. And then if you factor in that City's goalkeeper Ederson is not 100% for this match, and that his backup Claudio Bravo is not a player that Pep Guardiola seems to trust for whatever reason, then maybe Arsenal have a chance if their studs up top, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette, are feeling it. Maybe they have a chance. However, given the last time City lost, they went on an 8-game winning streak. I just don't think that Pep's going to let them feel sorry for themselves after losing to a pretty poor Newcastle team. And in fact, I think that he's going to have them pissed off because they let their grip at the top slip through their fingers. And that joke is for all you Liverpool fans out there, and you probably don't like that joke, which puts City in a position now where they have to win the majority of the remaining games or it's over. They're not going to repeat as champions, which means I fully expect City to be up for this for the full 90 minutes. Pep's not going to let them get away with anything less than that. While I see Arsenal maybe really competing at the highest level for 30 minutes, and maybe they score a goal in that time frame, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to lose this one. City's going to win 2-1. And sorry, Gunners supporters, when I think about Leroy Sané running at Maitland Niles, or even new loan signing Denis Suarez at right back, that is a matchup that Leroy Sané is going to exploit, and Pep Guardiola knows it. Also, when you add in that Unai Emery has never beaten Pep before, which dates back all the way to their time in Spain as managers, it's just not going to happen. Maybe you could get 1 point if Lacazette and Aubameyang are up for it, like I said earlier, but I just don't see it happening. I'm sorry. And up next, it's Barcelona versus Valencia, which is a game that features 2 sides that will be heavy on confidence, since Barcelona have won 8 straight La Liga games, which puts them 5 points clear of Atletico Madrid, who are in second, and Valencia, who are coming off a miraculous comeback by scoring 2 goals in stoppage time to beat Getafe midweek so that they could advance in the Copa del Rey semifinals, which gives them 4 wins in their last 5 games in all competitions. However, Barcelona are coming off an impressive midweek performance in the Copa del Rey as well. They were down 2-0 in leg 1 against Sevilla, and they came back and smashed them 6-1 in leg 2. And of course, they're being led by Leo Messi, who has scored in 8 straight games. He has 10 overall during that time. And the guy's just been another level since the start of 2019. I don't know what he's eating, but I want to know because I want to be that good at anything in my life like he is at the beautiful game. Now, he has 19 goals to lead La Liga, and he leads La Liga in assists too. I mean, the guy is unstoppable. But yet, FIFA will probably still find a way to not name him as a finalist for the World Player of the Year this year. Also, if we take into consideration that Valencia have only scored 22 goals in 21 league games this season, despite having Kevin Gamero on their team, which I don't know how that's possible because, come on, Gamero. I just don't see how Valencia can keep pace with Barcelona, who are playing as well as they have at any point this season. So I'm going to say Barcelona 2-0. And now we head to Italy for my inconsistent Roma, 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 taking on the inconsistent AC Milan in the Derby della Incorrente. Now, despite having one of the best Twitter accounts in all of sports, which gives them a ton of success off the field, that's not translating to success on the field for Roma, because listen to these recent results. Just last weekend, they blew a 3-0 lead to Atalanta to draw 3-3, and they followed up that adversity by losing 7-1 in the Coppa Italia midweek to Fiorentina, which is just... it's unacceptable, fellas. And then if you couple that with the form of AC Milan, who drew with Napoli 0-0 last weekend, and then beat them midweek in the Coppa Italia 2-0 behind two superb goals by their new signing, Krzysztof Piątek, it just feels like these are two clubs moving in opposite directions. Milan's going up, and Roma is going down. But despite everything I just said, only 1 point separates them in the table, so this is a huge game. Milan are currently in 4th on 35 points, and Roma are in 5th on 34 points. And I get the sense that this result could determine the fate of how the rest of the season is going to play out for them. That's how dramatic I'm trying to make this game, which means they're probably going to draw. And I'm going to say my favorite scoreline, 2-2. And now let's head to Portugal for the Lisboa derby between Sporting Clube de Portugal and Benfica. And where I have to say, Sporting, you must do this for your women, because I'm not sure if everyone is aware, but Benfica's women's team is absolutely dominant. They've won all 16 of their games. They've scored 293 goals, and they've conceded 0. And just last week, they beat Sporting's women 10-0. 0-0, zilch. Yes, that was a what performance. They got spanked. So Sporting's men definitely have to get revenge in this one. But that could be hard since Benfica's team are better than they are on paper and in real life and in their current form since they've won 4 straight games. And Benfica are going to have an extra day of rest, which could prove crucial since this is Sporting's 9th game in their last 35 days. Though it must be said that Sporting have won a trophy during these 35 days. They won the Taça da Liga, I think I said that right, where they beat Porto in penalties, so congratulations to them on that. However, they are 10 points off the top, so it pretty much feels like they have no shot at winning the league. Whereas with Benfica, they're only 5 points off the top, so I get the sense that they're going to be more motivated to win this game because they have to. Their backs are against the wall, whereas with Sporting, it's like, we're not going to win the league anyway. And I say this knowing that the last 4 meetings between these teams have been draws. So last 4 meetings, 4 draws, and that this game is at Sporting's home stadium. But for the reasons I mentioned, I just feel like Benfica's going to have the edge, and they're going to win 1-0. And then finally, it's Lyon versus PSG, which should be a revenge match for Lyon because the last time these two teams played against each other earlier this season, it was in Paris. PSG beat them 5-0. And do you guys remember that one? It's where Kylian Mbappe scored 4 goals in the second half alone, so maybe they should mark him this time, which should be a little bit easier for Lyon to do since Neymar is out for the next 10 weeks. But Lyon, who are currently 16 points behind PSG in 3rd place, well, they've been struggling a bit, and I think that's because they ride or die with Memphis Depay, and he's been struggling too. He has no goals and 1 assist in his last 8 games. He hasn't scored since November, and he hasn't scored against any teams in the top 10 in Ligue 1 this season. So a huge performance from him would go a long way for his confidence on a personal level, and then of course for his club, who are clinging on to that last Champions League spot in Liga by 3 points over Saint-Étienne. So they need him. They need all 3 points here, but PSG are beasts, and I just can't see them losing this, even if Memphis Depay plays well. Okay, maybe I could see them drawing if he plays really, really well, but not losing. Anyway, I got PSG winning this by 2 goals, no problem. And all right, that is it. That is all I got. So predict the right score for Manchester City versus Arsenal, and if you get it right, you'll be entered to win some War Baller stickers, and I'll pick 5 winners. Yeah, let's do 5 winners, so good luck. And also, come follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jimmy Conrad, so I can chat with you guys live while I'm doing all this fun stuff. It would be great. Make it happen. Okay, I'm done talking. Later.